Welcome back to the Michael D. Show in the Beyond Publishing Studio. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so excited about our next guest, Dr. Regeline Sabbat. She's the best-selling author of 12 books. She's a first-generation Haitian American motivational speaker, CEO, and founder of an amazing company. Gigi, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. I feel great. I just got done with training for my first triathlon coming up this year in St. Augustine on October 11th.
Well, you're doing so many amazing things all throughout the pandemic. You inspired people, you were hosting live events, you were online every day with people from around the world. And I met you, you were speaking on a stage where we were sharing a stage together in Dallas about 7 or 8 years ago. What's the core philosophy of Dr. Gigi Sabbat? Because I know you've overcome so much, you've overcome trauma, you've overcome setback, you've overcome so many obstacles to be where you're at today, inspiring people, hosting events, traveling all over the country. What is Gigi all about?
Absolutely. So I love helping others and essentially serve, right? So my word of the year every year is serve.
Outstanding. Well, it seems to be working for you. I know you're a believer and you believe in principles of faith. So I've seen you plant seeds for the last 8 or 9 years, and I know all throughout the pandemic you were on Clubhouse every day. You were inspiring a lot of people, and it seems like planting seeds is something it's a beautiful garden that's growing. And kind of give us an idea of what's coming because you just launched a crime book, and after all these self-help books and faith books. But your latest book is actually a crime book. It's called The Miracle Through the Storm, The Infinite Power of Faith. What inspired you to write a crime book?
Yes, so literally my faith, literally just letting go and letting him. And not only that, but with crime. So when I say, okay, I love crime. So yes, I do have a law background, but that there's more to it than just that. It's also too, I really wanted to focus in on the crime genre itself and understanding that there are other folks as well out there who love mystery, right? Who love to solve these things as well. So I did keep you all in mind as well. And my friend, Dr. Troy Hall, he says, you managed to implement your faith somehow in the book, didn't you? I sure did. And so when we talk about the miracle through the storm, the infinite power of faith, the genre categories are mystery, crime fiction, fictional, and educational. Inspirational, it's a faith-based fiction book and a medical drama and a psychological and emotional journey. And so I'll share the core premise with you all, Michael, as well. So two sets of conjoined twins, one male pair and one female pair, share an extraordinary medical beginning and a lifelong connection. But after a tragic crime occurs on their journey home from the Arizona National Scenic Trail, their lives take a devastating turn, and the truth behind the incident becomes a mystery that changes everything. And now the book was endorsed by Dr. Ambreen Zalman Riaz as well.
Well, I know some of your initial books were endorsed by Les Brown, world famous motivational speaker. You're inspiring people everywhere, speaking on stages, hosting your podcast, hosting live events. Tell us about the live events you host, but also tell us about how can people get you on their podcast?
Yes, so all of this came about. So long story short, a few years ago, I almost lost my life, death by strangulation in a domestic violence relationship. And after everything that happened, I stepped into God's purpose for my life and I launched a podcast, The Books, and the company Life Service Center of America. And then God led us to host events, Michael. It started off with domestic violence and sexual assault, topics I'm a survivor of, but then God led us to do them on various subjects. I mean, you name it, leadership, business, confidence, pregnancy, autism, human trafficking, and the list goes on. We just did our first annual endometriosis event and also our first annual global marriage conference with Mark Olsey. And we have a few more events coming up this year, our second annual poetry competition, second annual global neurodivergent event, fourth annual global warriors conference, seventh annual domestic violence event, and breast cancer event.
Well, it sounds like your calendar is full. What's the best way for people to follow you and stay up with everything you're doing and come to your events?
Absolutely. So we definitely put it out everywhere. It's on the website. It's also on social media. And we also have the first annual Global Youth Conference coming up. And I share this very openly. I mean, we've attempted to do the youth conference several times now, but an emergency, medical emergency always occurs. So this year, we're moving forward again with the youth conference here, and we're praying that yes, we can, it can happen this year. So God willing that it will, and we're really looking forward to everyone's talk at the first annual Global Youth Conference.
Well, congratulations. You're a pioneer in a lot of respects. I want to know only 5% of Americans ever run a marathon, and I think it's about less than half that, maybe 1% of Americans ever do a triathlon. So, what inspired you to train for a triathlon?
Absolutely, great question. So again, my faith as well had a huge role in that. And I actually had a knee injury, so I had a huge brace, and I share it openly. I had a huge brace on my leg. I was training myself at the time, and literally I was in the gym, and I was at the week of hitting your goal, and then I heard like a bam in the gym, and I was like, oh no, that didn't sound good. And it really wasn't good. And I spoke with the doctor. Doctor asked me what kind of activities was I doing. Just essentially, we determined that it may have been due to how I was jump roping, in addition to the workouts that I was doing. So I took that out and I also started working with a trainer, beautiful soul. And it's through her guidance, literally, I kid you not, her name's Coach Chelsea Dindlinger, beautiful soul. She never had me look at the knee injury. She said, get out there and run, lady. And through her training, I've been able to do a 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon, and now training for my first triathlon. Michael, but I tell you what, the knee injury, I used to do a mile over an hour, 1 hour, Michael, it took me with that knee injury. And we worked day in, day out. And now the fastest time for my 1 mile is 9 minutes.
Well, congratulations. You know, it's mindset, it's motivation, it's stick toing it, and really having that work ethic that I've seen you exhibit over the years. One of your best-selling books, Overcoming Heart Blocks. One of your first books, God First, Healing and Growth. Powerful Female Immigrants, Walk with Me, a book of faith, and many other books, 12 in total. The Miracle Through the Storm, The Infinite Power of Faith is your latest best-selling book. When you speak on stage everywhere, what is your main topic that you're speaking on?
Yes, so essentially I cover anywhere from mindset or maybe faith as well, and also domestic violence, sexual assault, and also too leadership. Those are some of the subjects that I cover, but I'm open to covering other subjects as well. So I've been asked, for example, to talk on beauty. I've been asked to talk about what's another one? Youth, and so much more. So the list goes on, and I'm definitely open. And also too, they talk about longevity, so health. I've been asked to come and speak at a health event as well. And a lot of people actually think I'm a fitness trainer now.
Okay.
Yeah, they think I'm a fitness trainer.
You're
And I was like,
training when they follow your social media, they see you training every day.
right, right, that could be it. Yeah, now that you pointed it out, thanks, Michael, for that. Yeah, and I mean, I so appreciate everyone in their fitness journey as well. Any way I can support others in their fitness journey, I'm more than happy to do so. And so my standpoint is always from the motivational standpoint. I always tell you, you got this and you can do it.
Well, it's kind of like writing a book, training for a marathon, training for a triathlon. It's a journey. It's a personal journey because it's you versus you, and you're out there for a reason. You're out there to motivate. You're out there to inspire. You're out there to achieve your goals. But there's so many things that happen on your spiritual journey when you're out there doing the miles from sun up to sundown and beyond. So, as far as people wanting you on their podcast, people wanting you on their stage, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Absolutely, on the website. So Life Service Center of America, LLC.com via the contact us section, or also LinkedIn, Dr. Gigi Sabbat. I have been a guest on other podcasts as well. I'm definitely open to it, to discussing your podcast, learning a little bit more and seeing if it's in alignment with my morals and values. And I'd be more than happy to do it. I also have my podcast as well. So I'm definitely open to having guests as well.
Well, Dr. Gigi, it's been fun working with you over the years at Beyond Publishing and just seeing your life, your testimony, your powerful inspiration, not only transforming women's lives, but business leaders, people from all walks, for young and old alike. And so, what's next for Gigi, and what's a final word you want to leave with us? What are you working on beyond the training for the triathlon? What's ahead, and what do you want to leave us with?
Such a great question. So essentially, here's the thing. I love poetry my entire life. I love to write. Obviously, I'm an author and you know, God is good. And I literally sat with what God has given me here. It's a direction as far as poetry goes, but he didn't say book, right? He said audio. He said audio, Michael. And I kid you not, just the other day I'm chatting it up with a friend of mine and she says, we should do an audiobook. We should do an audiobook in regards to poetry. And so just like that, it's a book. It's a book, obviously, but the audiobook component didn't even think about that. But God works in mysterious ways. So now we're working on a book project, and the book is called Explosion of Expression. And we're utilizing our poet name. So my poet name is Spectacular. And then we have Icelet Stutz, now that Sashi Ice Queen, and then Raoul Marine, who's Wise Wolf. And we've all been judges for the global poetry competition. And now we are working on a book project, and God is good. I'm really looking forward to the book project.
Well, it sounds exciting. You're living your passion, living your dream there in Florida, and
Yeah.
just, just, just making things happen. So, really proud of you. Congratulations. Go out and grab Gigi's books. Follow her on social media. Grab the latest book, The Miracle Through the Storm: The Infinite Power of Faith, and you're going to be inspired by her. You're going to be encouraged to follow your dreams, follow your goals in 2026 and beyond. Gigi, we're going to have you back when we have more time. And thanks for joining us on the Michael D Show in the Beyond Publishing Studio, where uh, great things happen, and we are inspired by great authors around the globe like yourself.
Yes. Thank you, Michael. God bless.